Hello everyone, how's everything? You guys doing good too? I'm doing good too. Let's get on today's video session. Here we go. Today we're gonna be talking about the SNK Neo Geo 3. So here we go. Woo! Oh yeah! Everybody, you ready today? It's SNK Neo Geo 3, everybody. Whoa, remember this? Streets of Rage! Use a Kachorio! Oh man! Oh, check it out, man! Oh, come on, come on! Woo! Alright! So there you go, some rock and roll music what you got today. So today's session, right, which I really wanted to share more information on it. This is the SNK Neo Geo 3. Woohoo! Alright, so guys, today is very exciting. So because I'm gonna be giving you more information today about this absolutely different system that SNK is gonna bring us to us. You know what? I wanna talk about things. Each time I say something, I'm gonna explain it more further because I don't agree with some articles what they're saying about this system really. But first of all, we need to see what we got here for you guys. Right. Okay. So SNK will be releasing a games console in 2022. Woohoo! Excellent stuff. Alright. That's a good start. So let's see what else we got for you guys for you today. So the SNK Neo Geo 3 games console, right? Okay. Will be releasing in 2022. Alright. Okay. That is actually very interesting, I will have to say. Okay. Before we go into this SNK Neo Geo 3, right? We know this system's supposed to be released in 2021. And because of the stuff what's happening out there, they couldn't release it because they couldn't get the inside hardware ready. You know, all the parts inside the systems, like, you know, components and all sorts of circuitries. And they couldn't get all that ready. So that's why the system could not be released in 2021. Okay? Now, there's more to this, right? I don't know how to explain this because there's been some information, right, where, okay, yeah, well, on some like social media, right, there's been logos, both of the SNK and Neo Geo. Right. So that sounds pretty interesting to me, which is really, really cool. Okay. And further along, right, what we got here, right? Now, this is quite interesting because we know every single system out there has a Wi-Fi. Yeah? But this one's a bit different because there's like a Wi-Fi symbol circle around it for some reason, and I don't know what he's trying to emphasize here for a Wi-Fi, yeah? Right. what? I don't know, what does that actually mean? Why is he actually like that? That's really important to know, really, isn't it? Because I have never seen this before, yeah? Now, this Wi-Fi symbol that it's shown, right, in some images, it's got something to do with online multiplayer. Yeah. It's something to do with that. I think a lot of systems don't actually put a Wi-Fi symbol, right, on images. They show like, and it's got like a circle around it. Nobody actually does that, do they really? This is the first time I've ever seen that on a games console, yeah. I've never seen that before, yeah. So, yeah, that should be an online multiplayer, yeah. And that's it to that. Right. Now, before we go into these compete stuff, let's have some rock and roll music on, yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay, that was cool. Yeah, right. Now, further on information, right? Can the SNK Neo Geo 3G, sorry, SNK Neo Geo 3 compete with Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X? Now, why can't it? Because articles are saying that it's not competing against them. So what? Think about this very carefully, very carefully. Now they're saying that this system is not powerful as them systems, where the Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series is more advanced. Is that important? Oh really? But think about it in another way, where we got a Nintendo Switch, Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X. Yeah? Was the Nintendo Switch competing against Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X? No, it wasn't, was it? This is the same way as this is going as well. Think about this. The reason for the Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo Switch up front is a mobile device. Yeah, it's not even a proper home console. We all know that. The mobile device turns into a tabletop and then TV. Yeah, with a docking station, then it becomes like a home console experience, doesn't it? But if you think about it, the Nintendo Switch, the hardware in that system is nowhere near as the Sony and the Microsoft system. It's true, isn't it? It isn't. But look what's happening. The amount of sales the Nintendo Switch has got, it's really incredible. Still, the system is selling really well, and it's just extraordinary because nothing is stopping it from its sales, man. It's keep on carrying on. I understand there's 3 game modes in there. That's fine. There's 3 styles of play. That's a different story. But think about this. If the system only had 3 styles and there were no good games on it, do you think it'll sell? No, it wouldn't. Now, in terms of its mobile technology, right? You gotta understand this mobile technology, right? A mobile technology using these extraordinary games is making the system sell. And it's not that powerful. in terms of hardware. And most majority developers struggle to make some of its games. They can't even actually make them on there because they lag a lot. So they have to just cancel them. Can you see how it goes? Now this system is not that powerful and it's wiping away Sony and Microsoft out of order, man. Just like that. Now, when this system SNK Neo Geo 3 SNK Neo Geo 3 comes on the market, right? Now the people can see 3 games console on the market. When they're gonna see a 4th one, people are gonna gaze at it. What they're gonna gaze at it? They're gonna look at it. They go, whoa, there's another system approaching. They will see on the market because when it's released, they're gonna see it, aren't they? And what's gonna happen there? It's gonna be a different story because when they're gonna see this new machine, there'll be a lot of interest in this one. Yeah. So some people will start taking interest in this system and they're gonna see what this system really can do. Because like if they find it quite interesting on launch, right? They're gonna pick up quite a lot of sales, man. Yeah. You know, it's not about competing against each other, I think, in this game. It's all about the sales. How many people are interested to buy something? It's about that. It's not about being powerful, producing more third-party games. It's not about that. It's about if they can make them interesting, right? Because you gotta understand how sales work. Sales work like you have to for a customer, you have to demand what they want, and if you can give them that, the system will sell. All right, that's as simple as. If SNK can understand the customers, what they really want, this system will sell, man. I'm telling you, it will sell. Now, if you look at the way Sony and Microsoft is doing their business, it's not doing so well. Look at it. Looks terrible. Because they were talking about their powerful hardwares. But look what happened in the end. They couldn't produce that many games on there. Every game they produce on it is boring. It's absolutely rubbish. What are they producing? They're just trying to win people over, saying that our systems are still good. But when they're not. Now, how long have this been since they released these 2 machines from Sony and Microsoft? They haven't been doing anything. Have they? They're not very interesting. That's what they're not selling. All is in Sony Microsoft systems. It's just got a powerful hardware. But the problem is people want interesting games because a games console is based on good games to be good games. And that's how customers going to buy it. If you can't produce any good games on there, no one's going to buy them. Can you see where I'm coming from? So the SNK Neo Geo 3 can compete against Sony Microsoft. Why can't it? Of course it can. It will. Because it doesn't need to compete. Because once it comes to the market, people look at it when they're going to see on the shelves and they like it and it starts selling. That's all. It's all about the sales, man. If they can make really strong sales, right, of this system, come on, man. This system is a modern system, man. It's a much better games console one SNK's produced before. Just don't think that Sony Microsoft can just walk away and over the SNK system. No, that won't happen. That ain't gonna happen at all. It's automatic. You don't need to compete. It goes on the market, they release a good console, a good hardware, good software, and nice accessories, it will sell. That's it. That's what you need to do. Yeah? Believe me on this because the SNK Neo Geo 3 has a good hardware, yeah? Okay? It's gonna have a very good hardware. Okay, and a system doesn't need to be, yeah, it doesn't need to be more powerful than Sony PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. It don't matter. You don't need all that. Power doesn't matter because this system will have a good power and hardware to give you really good games. Yeah, it's gonna do really well. Now, if you look at the Nintendo Switch again, Nintendo Switch hardware is quite good for the games that Nintendo wants to produce. It looks really good. I mean, have you seen some of the games like Super Mario Odyssey and Luigi Mansion 3? But they're not third-party games. These games are from Nintendo themselves. Now, these games are quite interesting. See, people like them and they bought them. That's how it works. Okay? So this is going to be the same thing. Obviously, SNK is a legendary developer from the arcade cabinets and to the 3 games consoles they released, which was the SNK, you know, 3 consoles they released. We're going to talk about that a bit later, yeah? So yeah, that's quite interesting. So bear that in mind. You don't need to be more powerful than Sony Microsoft systems, and it just needs to be interesting. And it's customer demands. If they can supply all that, they will win. You'll do really well. Okay. Now the SNK Neo Geo 3, right, will have an amazing design. Okay. So when we talk about the design, we're talking about the outside box. The outside box is going to be absolutely incredible. Yeah. When we talk about its design, it's going to be a lot better than the SNK Neo Geo games console we've seen before. And I thought the Sony PS5, right, design is not original. Yeah. It's not even a games console design, that is. You know, I seen one of these Fujitsu hubs. This design's taken from there. You know the hubs that we use for internets. Okay, there's some routers, but hubs are a different thing to our router. Hubs are much better. It's much more advanced. This design is from a hub. A Microsoft Xbox Series X. What the heck is that? A flipping tower. I mean, why the hell would you buy a tower? Couldn't you just buy a desktop PC instead? And it's far powerful as well. I don't know why you want to buy Xbox Series X like a tower. Looks ridiculous. Now, the SNK Neo Geo 3, it's gonna be a definite games console. It's gonna have one of the best. If we talk about modern games consoles, yeah, or the Nintendo Switch, it's not on console anyway. It's just a mobile device, innit? It ain't got no design. There's no design on it. Because it's not on console. SNK Neo Geo 3 should have the best design for a games console. Definitely, man. In terms of modern games consoles, yeah. I mean, I remember when Panasonic released that thing called Panasonic Q Games Console. That is one of the greatest design I have ever seen in a games console. Obviously, it's one of the best games console ever developed, I would say, with Nintendo GameCube in there. I mean, Nintendo GameCube has one of the finest games, yeah, I have ever played in my life. I'll be honest with you. They're one of the best. Okay, game design wise, this machine will be the best. Okay, this system will give you a gaming experience, right? Much better than we experienced before. The gaming experience on SNK Neo Geo 3 is gonna be absolutely phenomenal. It's gonna be incredible. You'll see as we get more information on the system. The gaming experience, the way they're using it. Let's talk about a bit of the gaming on it. A lot of the systems are always popular with older systems. Yeah? I mean, the way Nintendo did it, Nintendo You know, like we had the like I think yeah, Nintendo Wii and the Wii U. The way it did it, it had an eShop in there, didn't it? Where you can buy uh, Sega Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, I don't know, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo 64 games. Can you see that? There are all the systems in there. Now the SNK Neo Geo 3D will be doing that as well, where there will be uh, doing a something similar thing like eShop, which they have to do that anyway, and there will be give selling their older games, yeah, that we had in the past. You know, these games are like King of Fighters 94, 95, and so on. Art of Fighting 1 and 2, Metal Slug 1, 2, 3, whatever they are. They're gonna be having these games in there, okay? Because older games are popular, so they're gonna be in there. Because every system out there, from smartphone, tablets, whatever, games consoles, PCs, they all had Neo Geo games on there, 10 on there. They all had them. They actually released them on there. Now the SNK Neo Geo 3D, SNK Neo Geo 3 will be doing the same thing again. They'll be releasing these old games on their system, so this is going to be very interesting. It's not only the old system, obviously it's a new hardware. They're going to be focusing on new games. Yeah, let's some music on that. SNK Neo Geo 3 with new games. 2D and 3D gaming, man. Come on, SNK Neo Geo 3 fans, let's do this. We're back. The SNK is back. Okay, so there you go. Good gaming experience. Now, further along in the information, I've got even more better information. Do you remember they just released a small games console? It was more like a handheld device for SNK. SNK Neo Geo Mini. Do you remember that? They released quite like 3 different versions. One was a Hayomara version as well, and stuff like that. And Ucho, yeah, and yeah, pretty interesting. What this SNK Neo Geo 3, SNK Neo Geo 3 is gonna do is gonna connect with SNK Neo Geo Mini. I actually don't know what this is going to be about. All we know right now, the SNK Neo Geo 3 games console will connect with SNK Neo Geo Mini, right? So there's gonna be something, probably sharing data with each other or something like that. Maybe if you're playing a game and the data is going through the Neo Geo Mini, you could probably share it there. It must be something like that, or you could share the information from here to the games console. This is gonna be really, really interesting. I really want to know what all that's about. So yeah, so make sure if you got SNK Neo Geo Mini, very good. Then buy the SNK Neo Geo 3. Both of the systems will connect. Cool. Absolutely cool. It's going to be really amazing. I believe that if SNK Neo Geo 3 does really, really well, I think which it will, and I think it will give a lot of run for its money to the Sony PS5 and Xbox Series. It's going to do that, you know. Trust me, it's going to do that. There are legendary games. If you look at the original systems, they have their own problems. Yeah, let's go further. Alright, so what else we got to share here? Right, the new hardware, yeah? So this new hardware, right, um, will be amazing. Neo Geo gaming, right? You never seen before. All right, it's gonna be incredible, yeah. It's gonna be a never seen before experience, yeah. I'm telling you, the gaming on this is gonna be a vibe. Okay, already SNK has released two of its games. Samurai Showdown, which is kicking the crap out Soul Calibur 6. I do agree with that because I don't really think that Soul Calibur 6 is a very good game anyway. It's good, but it's okay. But Samurai Showdown looks a lot better than that game. Also, they released that King of Fighters 15. I don't know, this like mixture of information about the King of Fighters 15 game. I think right now the game doesn't look that interesting the way they released it. It's got good fighting, martial arts, good stages, music, but the final boss wasn't very interesting. Don't worry about that because there's gonna be loads of DLC content in this game, and lots of things will change in the King of Fighters 15. Right now, it's not a very interesting game, but I think when you're playing the game, it's quite good. It's only from the end, it's kind of bizarre because of the boss. That's the only bad thing about this game. The rest of it's pretty good, yeah, and yeah. Now, the gaming experience that we had before from previous games consoles, yeah? Yeah. Which previous games consoles we talking about here? Let's just talk about them a bit. I think it's interesting to talk about them. SNK Neo Geo AS. That system was a cartridge-based system. It was very expensive. The cartridges was very, very expensive indeed. Nobody can afford that thing, man. It's too much. Then we had the SNK Neo Geo CD. Again, the system went a little bit cheap, but still was pricey. Yeah, and it had a single speed, so the loading times were taking a bit long. That was that one. Then there was a third one, which was the SNK Neo Geo CD-Z. And this one was a twin speed CD drive. Loading times were faster. But at that time, it was too late. Nobody really wanted to bother with the whole technology, so it's totally ignored. I mean, if you look at these three consoles where SNK made, they were beautiful designs, very, very nice, beautiful from the front, back, everything was incredible looking. These consoles were very nice looking though. Games were really good on them as well. Um, the SNK Neo Geo 3 is going to be far better than the previous three SNK Neo Geo consoles we've seen before, yeah? So that's why all the information I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope you guys liked all the information about the SNK Neo Geo 3. I'm so excited for SNK to release this new games console. Well done to them, they're going to release this. I just hope the SNK Neo Geo 3 releases in 2022. I don't want this system to go beyond the year, like before it's supposed to release in 2021 because they couldn't release all the internal hardware. And that's what the problem was. But we have to see if this system does release in 2022. But right now, it is releasing in 2022, yeah? Well, I just hope the best for SNK to release it because we are excited about this to release this new system. So there you go. I hope you like my information today. That depth knowledge has given to you about all this machine. What's going to be happening? It's going to be very interesting. So give your likes, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.